Yes. Good evening. Thank you. Welcome to the Metaphysical Art Theater. My name is Lindell, and tonight the Metaphysical Art Theater is presenting this drama man, this play of humanity. As I've said, we're all involved in varying degrees of intensity and intent, yes. And someone asked me earlier, how is it that you feel that you're qualified to do something like this, seeing that you have claimed that you have no training, no studies? But my dear, that is the point. No training. It is about witnessing to revelations that you're having. And we do have the revelations. This is not about something that you're going to figure out. Yes, it all comes by revelations. And as to whether you claim to be religious or not, or very intelligent or not, it is always up to you to just be willing to turn to and to feel after better than the best you've yet known, and to do so consistently, persistently for a time, in a mind of imagination, in the theater of mind. You're given to know the grand design. You're given to do so, and all you need to do so is to test it for yourself. I didn't figure anything out. I was told by the hearing of the ear that such things were so, and as it is, I'm sharing it with you. My teacher, Neville Goddard, he said many of the things that I had heard before, but not in the way that he was presenting them as divine history, not just secular history. Yes, from Scripture, from the Bible, and that's what turned me on to thinking more directly, more directingly of my own inner conversations, not just being lost in thought, because that can be anything from uncomfortable to disastrous. Oh, don't do that. No, I have experienced that again and again, and we're told that imagining creates the real in this drama man. For all of this, yes. Well, what it is that we're given, and it is a given, the law of liberty, the law of assumption, the law of revision, the law of attraction, these are activated as you think, you are, you do, you have, you be, and that's good or otherwise. The drama man, this play of humanity, it is man being given the power to choose ye this day, the one power, the only power that's needed. It doesn't come in pieces or parts, the power. You were given choice. Son, all I have is yours. Choose ye this day. Well, you're given choose ye this day. Choose wisely. Are you about choosing, or are you about being chosen for by the ongoing drama? Just being led around by others' ideas and attitudes. Your say is a valid say. I'm here to share with you. Well, whatever you can find agreement with in your own heart, just start right there. If you're looking for a place to start for desired change, start right there. Well, what I found in my own heart is that I was actually sound asleep. Well, I was being shown that I can move in and that I can think from better than the best, and have so. My desire is to see that it is so. And that's the promise in my world of experiencing. And even if it were first, it's only mental activity in the theater of mind, you say, in the mind of imagination. You say, that's all an act? Yes. Be an actor, no more just a reactor. See, that's the cause of the world you're operating in morning, noon, and night this very moment. Imagining creates the real in this drama man. Of all of our experiences, be the actor, no more just the reactor. Choose ye this day. Imagine, 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 Montaigne tells us. Well, this whole vast world, yes, is all imaginal. We're told to dress our world, and we are about dressing our world. And in some cases, we've done a wonderful job. And in other cases, we've screwed up, right? But that's what makes it the drama, the play of humanity. As within, so without. Imaginational control is just for that, better control. And yes, I've gotten a lot of opposition, a lot of flack about what I've said. But what difference does that make? I have the effect, I have the solutions, I have the answers, I have the results of my desired thinking feelingly, and so will you. for better ideas. You can oppose this from now until the proverbial hell freezes over, but you can't disprove it. What it really comes down to is that as you think, you are, you do, you have, you be, and that's the story for all of us. That is the message for every child born of woman. It is the moving in and the thinking from our desired ideas. Well, that's what it is I've been sharing all these years. You're about choosing, or you're about being chosen for. Yes, it is that simple. Well, if you don't know what choosing is, get with it. Get informed. Inform yourself. Discern for yourself. We're told that we're praying ceaselessly. You get that? Yeah, ceaselessly without stopping. Yes. Yes. But that is the choose ye this day. That's what it's all about. You're doing that. Well, you're told that you're doing so, and you're being told that as you do, you have so, you do so, you be so, ceaselessly, yes, without stopping, yes, you're praying ceaselessly. And when I heard about praying ceaselessly, I thought, well, he couldn't be speaking to me. I'm not even religious. He doesn't know that I'm not one who prays, that I'm not religious, as he says. But what it was I didn't understand is that thinking feelingly is equated with praying, and that you're on all the time. You're actually thinking ahead of your evidence all the time. But about what? You're a thinking, feeling being, and your world is being produced from every word. You get this? Every word is being taken into culmination to make up what you call my life, my experiences, my everydayness. Every word. Yes. Well, it's making up your world of everydayness experiences, and you can check all of this out for yourself. This is Scripture. I haven't changed anything. I haven't made anything up. Everything that you're hearing in this message was based upon generally Neville's teachings of the Bible, about the metaphysical Bible dictionary, as he suggested that I read from Unity. He recommended that, and I found it to be a wonderful book so that I would be understanding the words that I was using and where it is they'd be taking me. Oh, I haven't tried to write a book. I'm sure I've got enough notes to write several books, but I just haven't been inspired as of yet to do so. I haven't become convinced that I could improve or even add anything to what Neville has already presented. Neville Goddard's work, attitude awareness and imaginational control, is just for that, for the individual to feel after better than the best you've yet known, and you're given to do so through mind and speech. Well, to prove on the clarity, it was so clear. Present tense. Well, I understood somewhat of what was being shared with me. Well, what it was purported to be, because imagining does create the real in this drama man. Well, what I heard by the hearing of the ear, from without, but then I was challenged to express in myself, and I did so as I was encouraged to do so, and I began selling Neville's books, and I'm still doing so. And if you read one, you'll more than likely read them all. They're fabulous. Oh, I couldn't put anything clearer than he's put it down. All I could actually do is express my own experiencing as one who has heard the instruction and actually follow through to some degree. Attitude awareness and imaginational control is just for that. The answers to questions that I hadn't even been able to form into words yet. Well, even from the first talk, it raised such expectations of better and better to be experienced. It is the follow through. Listen often. Thank you. And good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the Metaphysical Art Theater. My name is Lendl. And I've been asked, metaphysical, what does that mean? As we use the word metaphysical, it only means that which comes after a greater degree of awakening. As within, so without is the drama man. But it is our double-mindedness, our lazy-mindedness, that we're all attacked in varying degrees of intensity and intent, yes. And I do know how relentless it can be, but what it really comes down to is that you're feeling after something. Do you know what it is you're feeling after? Do you know what it is you're thinking feelingly about? This is a case of actually experiencing better than the best. Is that what's taking place in your thinking and feeling? And when I say thinking from, this is not thinking about it. This is thinking from the idea as already being so. You in it, thinking from it, is the thing itself. I didn't have any idea how it was. I was deceiving myself, denying myself, in my own imagination, in the theater of mine, but I was doing so. It was just time wasted denying myself. Well, it's the lack of investing in self for better ideas, better attitudes, better assumptions, better moods, and what I said I was looking for. It took me a very long time to understand what Scripture was sharing with us, that all denial is self-denial. We're not really being denied by anything. And if you can put that one on the burner for a while, in contemplation, in meditation, and then discern what it is that you're hearing, what it is that you have heard, your say is a valid say. And you'll be fed handsomely, I assure you, in every department of your life. Attitude awareness and imaginational control. And we're told that all of it is self-denial. Just that. We're denying ourselves. Prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being answered. And if you'll just set aside all of your arguments for a time, and I had all the arguments you've had, and maybe even a few more, but this isn't. Yes, that's it. That's it. Attitude awareness and imaginational control is just for that. Oh, and it's not his fault, their fault, anyone's fault. Whatever has happened, has happened. It isn't even about fault. It is about I am. Yes, our claiming, I am that what? That what are you claiming? Even though we may have forgotten what it is we're claiming, or even the evidence, not recognizing the evidence, consciousness never forgets. Consciousness is always being objectified. No, this is not about finding fault. I'm not trying to tell you that it's easy. It's simple, but not easy. It's not judgmentalness. No, this is not about guilt trips or condemnation. Don't go there, don't do that. Blessed is the man that does not condemn himself for that which he has allowed. This is about better than the best you've yet known, to do so consistently, persistently, in mind, in imagination. Just be a better director of your own inner conversations. Well, what it is you'll discover is the results that you're looking for. Well, because what you're looking for is actually looking for you. That's the story for all of us. If you're looking for better everything, health, wealth, relationships, what is it that you're actually thinking about in your thinking and feeling, in your mind of imagination? Because what you're thinking about is feeling after you. And why? Because it's only one power, only power. If there's things you want to change, if your attention is always focused on what you want to change, well then that's denying you don't have it. See, that's a confession you don't have it. Yes, that's confessing that you do not have it. And that's the same as lesser than. And you're actually praying for lesser than. I am that. Because what has your attention has your life. Really, consider what's being said. When you're claiming you don't have something, that's equated with praying. And your prayers are always being answered. And that, as I said, is good, bad, or indifferent. Yes, whatsoever. That's the potential of your asking, believing, receiving. What are you looking for? We're all given to do so. It's up to you to feel after better than the best. Better mindsets for better intentions of everything. What are your intentions? Well, if you're looking for freedom, and you're always thinking about what you don't have, and that's what has your focus, see? No, it's about being thankful for what you do have. Focus on what you do have. Focus on what is better than the best up to this point. And it'll expand and expand if that's what has your attention. It's always producing after its own kind. You're thinking, what is the kind? In imagination. What are you looking for? What are you feeling after? In the mind of imagination. What is it that you're denying yourself by not feeling after the better? Everything you desire is coming through you. It isn't coming to you. You're either paying attention or you'll pay. I mean, that's a story for all of us. Surely you've discovered this by now. Well, it's about paying attention or you pay. Well, what you keep doing is setting yourself up with the same problems, the same troubles, if you're not paying attention to change your mind and change your world. Well, if you just keep putting it aside, you'll just forget it. I mean, because you set it aside so often that you actually forget what you agree with. I know I did the same thing. It's really all about lazy-mindedness and double-mindedness and distractions of all sorts. But we're told, do not let the double-minded man think he will anything. Really, just consider what's being said. It's your say, it's valid. These are messages that came through me, not to me. And I'm sharing them with you. Because the first revelation that I received is that the message is for every child born of woman. Your say is a valid say. You're about saying your valid say. What are you saying with your valid say? Listen often. Reiteration and reiteration. That's the style for changing your lifestyle. Listen often. Thank you, and good evening.